Hello and welcome to our Christmas craft video. Sadly, we can't do Pizza Praise or the Nativity Craft Morning this year, so instead we've made some videos of different things you can have a go at home. We have got a heart to remind us about God sending love into the world through Jesus. We've got candles reminding us that Jesus is the light of the world. We have a nativity scene. We have nativity figure rocks. We've got a Christmas tree and baby Jesus in a manger that you can eat. And we've also got the Christmas story and Christmas song. We hope you enjoy what we've put together. I'm going to tell us the Christmas story from the Lion Storyteller Bible. Good news, said the angel to a girl named Mary. God is sending someone special into the world. He will be a great king. His name will be Jesus. And guess what? God wants you to be his mum. Good news, said the angel to a carpenter named Joseph. God is sending someone special into the world. He will rescue everyone from the wrong things they have done. He will be God's own son. And guess what? God wants you to take his mother Mary as your wife and raise little Jesus as your own. Bad news, sighed Joseph to Mary. The rulers of our country want us to be counted to see how many of us there are. And to make it easier for them, we have to go back to our hometown. That means a trip all the way from Nazareth to Bethlehem, and with the baby due so soon. Bad news, said the innkeeper, shaking his head. There's not one room left in Bethlehem. But seeing as the young lady's expecting and all, why don't you spend the night in my stable? Good news, smiled Joseph, handing the baby to Mary. It's a boy, just as God promised. God's own son, there in your arms. Baby Jesus. Good news, called the angel to the shepherds on the hillside. God has sent someone special into the world. The someone you have been waiting for. If you hurry into Bethlehem, you can find him for yourselves. He's just a baby now, wrapped up warmly and lying in a manger. But one day, he will save you from all that is wrong. One day, he will bring you peace. Then the angels filled the sky with a good news song. The shepherds went to Bethlehem and made a good news visit. And on that very first Christmas day, Mary just watched and rocked her baby and smiled a good news smile. The sky was black. The night was clear. The stars were bright as diamonds. Perfect, said the star watcher, just as it should be. But just then, God nudged the brightest star and sent it floating like a kite across the night sky. Quick, called the star watcher to his friends. Come and see, there's a new star, and that means a new king, said the second star watcher. Somewhere a new king is about to be born. I'll tell you what, said the third star watcher. Let's follow the star and see. So the three star watchers climbed onto their camels and set off after the star. When it zigged, they zigged. When it zagged, they zagged, across deserts and mountains and rivers, until they reached the land of God's people, the Jews. We have come a long way, said the first star watcher to King Herod. We have followed a remarkable star, added the second star watcher. So can you tell us where the baby is? Asked the third star watcher. The baby born to be king. King? King? Herod repeated, trying hard not to look upset. Let me speak to my advisors. So King Herod called a meeting that wasn't a very happy meeting. King of the Jews, the king shouted. King of the Jews! I am the king. Yes, your majesty, his advisors mumbled. But God has always promised that one day he would send us a special king. Perhaps he is the one the Star Watchers are looking for. Herod muttered. And where does God say this special king will be born? In Bethlehem, Your Majesty, the city of David. Send for the Star Watchers, King Herod ordered. I have decided what I shall do. Gentlemen, said the king, the child you seek is somewhere in Bethlehem. Go, find him, then come and tell me where he is, so that I can visit him too. The king said this with a little smile, but his heart was dark, dark as a night without stars, for he had already decided that he was going to kill baby Jesus, so that no one could take his place as king. The Star Watchers didn't know that when they left, but they soon found out, for God sent them a dream, the same God who had nudged the star in the first place, and told them all about King Herod's dark plan. So they went to see the young Jesus, and they gave him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh, and they went straight home with stars in their eyes and God in their hearts.
You will need one rock and some Sharpies.
The idea with this activity is that you use the rock to draw a character from the Christmas story. So it might be the shepherds or the three kings or Mary and Joseph, the stable, an animal, maybe the angel. And we thought that we would hide this when we go out for a walk and let another family find it. And it would perhaps remind them of the Christmas story and the true meaning of Christmas. Which character have you chosen, William?
I have chosen the angel.
So you can use a pebble or a stone from in the garden, or maybe if you've been out for a walk in a country park, you'll have found something. So they're quite easy to find. And felt tips would probably work on the stone as well. This was a stone we found at half term on the beach. Lovely. So over the weekend we'll go and hide that for another family to find on one of their walks, and hopefully it will remind them of the real meaning of Christmas.
Hello everyone. So I wanted to do a really easy Christmas advent craft for you, and these are wonderful candles, advent candles, and they are so easy to do. One's sparkly, one's not so sparkly. They are so easy to do. Going to put a bit closer to you, because it's made out of the good old toilet roll, which we have all got in our homes, hopefully, unless nobody's hoarded it. Okay, so to make your advent candle with your child, you will need some paper and your toilet roll. If you don't have any paper, you can take your pens and colour in the toilet roll itself. Or, to make it easy for them, either you can choose a colour, what you've got lying around at home. I'm just going to take the pink one because it's on top. So this is really easy. You wrap the toilet roll in the paper, measuring it. You can be rough with this, you don't need to be exact. Snip all the way to the top, and then look at how tall the toilet roll is, and again cut along. So easy. Then you've got your colour for your advent candle. Ta-da! Now, before you stick this to your toilet roll, you could decorate it as well. So you can either decorate it with your pens, or let the children go nuts with some nice gems or stickers or old Christmas cards. Whatever they have or you have lying around is fabulous. So I like a few gems, nice and shiny if you've got them. If you don't have gems, a really lovely technique that children just love is to take their pencil for a walk on the paper, which would make this kind of thing. So if you've only got white paper at home, go for it. Take the pencil for a walk on the paper. I don't know if you can see this very well. I'm going to use the pen actually. So take the pen for a walk all over the paper. Your children can do more than that, of course. And then whichever colours the children like, they colour in the pattern that has been made. I'm doing this very roughly. Okay. And then when they're finished, they'll have a fabulous creation like this one. So it's so easy to do. So you decorate the paper first. Now, I used Pritt Stick for these when I was getting these ready, but I don't know where that's gone now. It's disappeared into the Christmas chaos. But I do have some sellotape, which I'm sure we all do because of wrapping up all those lovely presents. So take your paper, stick the rough end to the toilet roll, wrap it around the toilet roll, and then stick the other end down as well. I really like the idea of using up old Christmas cards and cutting out the pictures and sticking them on the advent candle. I think that might work quite nicely. So there you go, there's your candle made. But of course, you need the flame at the top. Now I'm lucky enough because I like a bit of crafting. I have bits of paper and everything everywhere. So I've actually got some yellow paper. If you don't have yellow paper, use white paper, tissue paper, anything at all. A piece of envelope that's from your mail. Key here is to make sure that your circle is bigger than the toilet roll. So draw around the base of the toilet roll. Can you see that? And then you're going to cut out a bigger circle than the toilet roll. And again, it can be nice and rough, doesn't have to be exact at all. There you go, it's cut out. To fix it in place, you need to make a cut down each side of your toilet roll with a pair of scissors. And then that will slot nicely into the cut you've made to make the flame. Now for the flame on the inside, I've got two different ones here. This one, you can see that is just a Sharpie in orange coloured in. And this one was a little bit different. I saw this on a different website where I used a different coloured paper and then I used a gold pen to make these little shiny pieces that go around the outside to show the candle flickering. And I've seen some lovely ones online with people that have used tissue paper and everything, but I wanted to try and keep it as simple as possible with things that you could get around your home. And that is your Christmas candle finished. I feel like I need to finish it though. Get my pen. There we are. And then you can get the children, have a nice safe Christmas candle that they're not going to get burnt with. They can put in the windows and show everyone that we're celebrating Advent. Have fun.
So for our next activity, you'll need another piece of black paper or card, some glue, some scissors, some strips of different coloured paper or card. You'll need something that you can make a star shape with and something that you can make a plant pot with. So just a piece like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a beautifully coloured Christmas tree with it. So over to you, William.
Thank you.
So with the coloured strips of paper, you'll need to leave them big at the bottom and then cut them a bit smaller each time as you build up your Christmas tree, so it goes from being wide to quite small at the top. So William, don't forget to just trim them down each time so they're getting a little bit smaller. So once you've done this and you've got the top of your Christmas tree, you can either add any stickers or decorative items you've got, maybe even a bit of glitter to make it sparkle. Don't forget to put your star on top. And then we thought you might want to send this to somebody as a card, maybe somebody that won't get very many cards this Christmas, as an act of kindness. And it might be really nice to look up the Bible story in a Bible and take a couple of the verses from the Christmas story in the Bible and write them on different parts of the Christmas tree. So this is your last one before you pop the star on?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right, so I'm going to show you how to make a heart, because Jesus and the birth of Jesus symbolises the love of the world. It's very simple. You can use any paper that you want, any coloured paper. You make a template like that you don't have to cut through like that. You cut your paper out. So you end up with 2 of these, cut one earlier, and then you cut them with lines going up through. And you can really make the lines as thick or as thin as you would like them to be. It's up to you, as long as they're both the same. So you cut through. And then you start weaving. So you basically weave them in and out of each other like that. Go through that one, and then you put the other one through there. Go through the next one. that one and through the next one. You start weaving them in and out of each other, so like that. And when you've done another one, you've got like that. And in the end, you end up with all of them weaved together, which forms a little heart, which also has a little basket. Then you cut a strip of the paper that you were using earlier and attach that to the inside with some super glue or some glue or some sellotape. And then you have a little heart. Good luck. Bye.
For this craft, we are going to make jelly baby Jesus in the manger. So what you're going to need is 200 grams of melted chocolate. So get an adult to melt the chocolate for you because it gets hot. 85 grams of cereal that you've crushed up. I've used shredded cereal, but you can use anything and then just crush it all up. You'll need some jelly babies, about 12 of them. Some fondant icing cut up into strips, and some cake cases. You might even be able to find some Christmassy ones. So what you do is you melt the chocolate, like I said, give it a good stir. Make sure you don't burn yourself though, because it does get hot. You then get your cereal and pour the cereal in with the chocolate, and then you give it a good mix round so that it all gets mixed in and then ready to stick together. So you give that a good mix until all the cereal is covered in chocolate, because that is what needs to happen. Then you get one of your cake cases. I've got some here with stars on, and I'm just going to get a spoon. You use a couple of teaspoons and you put little bits of the chocolate and cereal mixture in the cupcake case so that it looks like that. That's your manger. Then you take one of the jelly babies and some of the icing, and you wrap the icing around the jelly baby like a blanket or swaddling clothes. Then you place the wrapped up baby in the manger, and then you put them in the fridge for a couple of hours until they're set. So there you have a jelly baby Jesus.
Okay, for our next activity, you'll need a pencil, a pair of scissors, some black paper, some different coloured papers or tissue paper. Either will work out fine. And the first job you need to do is sketch out on the black paper using your pencil a stable outline with two people, so Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus, and maybe a star on top. And then we need to cut it out. So I'm going to cut out the stable, trying to keep everything attached. So cutting around the star. So it stays on the roof of the stable. Cutting out the roof of the stable. Hopefully you can start to see the shape taking form now. So I've got my stable shape there, and then I'm also going to cut out my people, my Mary and Joseph. And in effect, we're making a stained glass window, something maybe nice to display in your own windows, so as people walk past, they're reminded of the Christmas story. So those go together, and then I'm going to cut different sizes of the other colours to sort of build that beautiful colour, because the Christmas story is a very happy story, and so we want to advertise the happiness. Okay, building it up. Be going with as many different colours as you can. And then once you've got everything positioned where you want it, you'll just need to use a bit of Pritt Stick to glue it all into place so that it looks beautifully colourful and is all secure. So again, start to build it up, all those different colours to make that really bright story come to life. And then not forgetting that you will need to just secure it all in place, so it's not moving quite as much as mine. But then that gives you a lovely stable picture with Mary and Joseph to display in your window.
One of the things we always do at Christmas is sing carols and Christmas songs, isn't it? So here's a bit of a different one. It's to the tune of Baby Shark, and it's all about the first Christmas. Join in if you'd like to. Baby Jesus, baby Jesus, baby Jesus, God with us. Christ was born, Christ was born, Christ was born, Christmas morn. Stable bed, stable bed, stable bed, baby fair. Angels sing, angels sing, angels sing, church bells ring. Shepherds fright, shepherds fright, shepherds fright, angel light. Run and see, run and see, run and see, bend the knee. Soar a star, soar a star, soar a star from afar. Wise men three, wise men three, wise men three, bend the knee. Presents bring, presents bring, presents bring, heaven's King. We're going to finish now with a prayer. May the joy of the angels, the excitement of the shepherds, the perseverance of the wise men, the love of Mary and Joseph, and the peace of Jesus be yours this Christmas time and always. Amen. Thank you for joining us for our Christmas craft video. We hope you've had fun watching it and that you enjoy making the different things that we've put together. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, although I know it will be a bit different this year. God bless you. Goodbye.